We continue looking at a tourism month and the challenges facing the sector following the lockdown regulations for close to 5 months to curb the spread of the coronavirus. I'm joined now by Unathi Henama, tourism lecturer at the Tshwane University of Technology. Mr. Henama, good to have you with us once again this afternoon. Now, as we enter tourism month, and as we are now in lockdown level 2, South Africans are now free to travel within the country. But how keen and confident are South Africans in actually using this opportunity to travel? What is the travel appetite like in these times of COVID-19?
The South Africans want to travel. They've been under lockdown for a very, very long time. And immediately when intra-provincial travel was allowed, the first thing that happened is that people wanted to go home. They wanted to go see friends, they wanted to go see family. People also wanted to go for that holiday that they've been saving up because under lockdown, they could not go anywhere in South Africa. So the appetite is very, very high. But let's also bring balance. A lot of people have also lost jobs. And the loss of jobs means that there are less people on the roads for tourism consumption. So that is the tragedy of what COVID has created.
What we have seen, Mr. Henama, in other sectors and in other industries are great discounts across the board. And this because businesses are seeing that people are really pinched as far as having disposable income is concerned. From your analysis of the pricing within the industry, accommodation, travel, etc., are we seeing great discounts at this time?
All destinations have jumped on the discount bandwagon. They have reduced their prices because they want to entice people to come. Remember, tourism is an intensive industry. People must come there, so it's perishable. So if people do not come and consume, tomorrow that bed, the revenue could make from that bed, that attraction is lost forever. So the specials, we are trying to encourage people to leave their houses to come for tourism consumption. And that is highly, highly encouraged by the sector for doing that. But obviously we require those involved in marketing to communicate with as many media outlets so that the message gets to everybody. Because one of the big problems with tourism marketing is that it does not get to everybody. Let's use taxis, let's go to taxi ranks. Let's use all media platforms available to promote tourism.
The focus this year is on rural development. If you could just talk us through the link between tourism and rural development and how this can be achieved this year.
If you look at rural areas should be the biggest beneficiary of the post-COVID tourism industry because in rural areas, social distancing is much more better attained because let's say you're at a game farm, they are less than 25 guests. So the reason is that's again linked to the National Tourism Strategy, where we must spread the rent that comes from tourism. We don't want tourists to be only in urban areas, but we require tourists to go to rural and far-lying areas so that those areas can also benefit from the developmental benefits of tourism.
Now, the government has said that it is working towards the opening up of international travel. Dates and no specifics have been given. But how do you believe that is going to impact the domestic tourism and also impact the business of tourism in the country?
Remember, if South Africa does not open the borders, we don't become on the buy list. What do I mean by buy list? Travelers all over the world have a desire to travel. If South Africa does not open the orders. When they go to tour operators, they will choose other destinations. But I'm very, very, very certain that the ministry and the President Ramaphosa will take the country to level 1 very soon so that we are able to benefit from the busy December period, which basically at the end of October, November, December, and January, which is the peak season for tourism. But the most important thing is that for the past 4 years, there's been a decline in domestic tourism because our economy has been declining. So we require international tourists to come into our country to sustain the tourism value chain.